Imagine this: you're drifting in a dreamless sleep, only to awaken in a world that feels strangely familiar. The same struggles, the same pains, the same fleeting joys that slip through your fingers like sand. What if death isn't the end, but a cruel reset button? What if your soul isn't ascending to some heavenly bliss, but being harvested, recycled into another body, another life of illusion and forgetfulness? You've felt it, haven't you? That nagging whisper in the quiet moments, questioning if this reality is truly yours. The Demiurge's soul harvest. It's not just an ancient myth. It's the hidden machinery grinding away at your essence, right now. Listen closely, seeker. In the shadows of forgotten libraries and buried scrolls, Gnostic secrets pulse with forbidden light. They speak of a false creator, the Demiurge, architect of this material prison. He and his Archons, those shadowy enforcers, weave luminous snares to trap your divine spark. Reincarnation isn't freedom, it's a wheel of eternal cycles, spinning you into oblivion. But what if you could break it? What if the key to liberation lies dormant within you, waiting for remembrance? This isn't mere philosophy, it's a warning, a map to escape the harvest. By the end of this journey, you'll uncover the illusions that bind you, the cosmic deceptions that hijack your path. You'll feel the urgency, the fire of awakening. Stay with me, and together we'll peel back the veil. The secrets of the Nag Hammadi texts, the Gospel of Thomas, the Book of Enoch, they're not relics. They're weapons for your soul's rebellion. Are you ready to remember? The harvest is upon us. But you can slip through the net. Let me take you back, dear seeker, to a time when the sands of Egypt whispered secrets long suppressed. It was 1945, in the cliffs near Nag Hammadi, where farmers unearthed a cache of ancient codices, leather-bound tomes hidden from the flames of orthodoxy. These were the Gnostic Gospels, heretical writings condemned by the early church fathers. Why? Because they dared to challenge the sanctioned story of creation, salvation, and the divine. In these pages, voices from the 2nd and 3rd centuries echoed truths that mainstream religion deemed dangerous. The Gospel of Thomas, with its cryptic sayings of Jesus, the Apocryphon of John, unveiling cosmic origins, even echoes from the Book of Enoch, that ethereal text of fallen angels and heavenly wars. These weren't just scriptures. They were blueprints of a hidden cosmology, a narrative of betrayal and redemption that flips the biblical tale on its head. At the heart of Gnosticism lies the Pleroma, the fullness, a realm of pure light and divine emanations. Picture it, an infinite expanse where eons, eternal beings of wisdom and harmony, dance in perfect unity. From this divine source springs Sophia, the embodiment of divine wisdom, the sacred feminine principle. But Sophia, in her boundless curiosity, yearns to create without the balance of her counterpart. She births a shadow, an aberration, the Demiurge. Blind and arrogant, this false creator believes himself the supreme god. "I am the only one," he declares, echoing the jealous deity of Old Testaments. Yet he's a craftsman of imperfection, forging our material world from chaos, a pale imitation of the true divine. The Demiurge isn't alone in his deception. He summons the Archons, rulers of fate, parasitic entities that guard the spheres of existence. These are the cosmic jailers, weaving illusions to keep souls ensnared. In Gnostic lore, our world is a prison, a realm of matter where the divine spark, your inner light, a fragment of the Pleroma, is trapped in flesh. Sophia's fall creates this rift, a cosmic tragedy where wisdom descends into darkness, birthing the Demiurge's domain. But remnants of her light persist in us, the pneumatics, the spiritual ones who sense the lie. This isn't isolated to Gnosticism. Echoes ripple through other traditions. The Tibetan Book of the Dead speaks of bardos, intermediate states where souls navigate illusions after death, facing deceptive lights that lure them back to rebirth. Early Christian mystics like Origen hinted at pre-existent souls and universal salvation. ideas quashed by councils. Even in Hinduism's samsara, the wheel of rebirth, or Plato's cave allegory of shadows mistaken for reality, there's a thread, a universal remembrance that something's amiss. Why were these texts buried? Power. The Roman Church, consolidating control, branded Gnostics as heretics. Emperors like Constantine saw unity in a single narrative, not the fragmented truths of diverse sects. The Nag Hammadi library survived by chance, or perhaps by divine intervention, to awaken us now. In our era of digital distractions and existential voids, these secrets resurface. You felt the pull, haven't you? That inner void religion can't fill, science can't explain. It's the divine spark crying out. Gnosticism teaches gnosis, direct knowledge, not blind faith. It's intimate, experiential. Through it, you reclaim what was hijacked. The Demiurge's world is one of duality, light and dark, good and evil, all his constructs to divide and conquer. Sophia represents the wholeness we've lost, the divine feminine suppressed in patriarchal myths. Her story is one of redemption, calling us back to the Pleroma. As we delve deeper, remember, this cosmology isn't abstract, it's your story. The eternal cycles aren't fate, they're engineered, the soul harvest. It's the Demiurge's feast on your energy, recycled through lifetimes of amnesia. But knowledge is the first crack in the prison wall. Stay vigilant, seeker. The background sets the stage for the battle ahead. Now, feel the weight of it settling in. The Demiurge's realm isn't a benevolent creation, it's a farm, your soul, the crop. Harvested, replanted, over and over. Why? Energy. Pure, luminous energy from your divine spark, siphoned to feed the machine. You've sensed it in those moments of despair, when life feels like a scripted loop. The job that drains you, the relationships that echo past pains, the news cycles of endless conflict. Distractions, all distractions. Remember that word, distractions. They keep you forgetting. Let's peel back the layers. The Archons, those ethereal predators, patrol the boundaries. In the Nag Hammadi's hypostasis of the Archons, they're described as envious beings, jealous of humanity's inner light. They forge the illusions, false gods, counterfeit heavens. After death, what awaits? Not paradise, but a luminous snare, a tunnel of light beckoning warmly. But is it true? Or a recycling station, wiping your memories clean for another round? The Book of Enoch warns of watchers, fallen ones who manipulate from the shadows. They whisper doubts, amplify fears. Fear is their currency. It binds you tighter to the wheel. Think about reincarnation, not the romantic notion of growth through life, but a trap, karma, a program coded by the Demiurge to justify suffering. You deserve this, it says. But do you? What if past lives are fabricated echoes, implanted to keep you compliant? In the Gospel of Thomas, Jesus says, "The kingdom is inside you, and it is outside you." Yet we've been taught to seek it externally, in churches, gurus, material success. Deception. Pure deception. Modern analogies amplify the suspense. Ever felt like a glitch in the matrix? Those déjà vu moments, synchronicities that hint at simulation. Neuroscience backs it. Our brains filter reality, creating consensus hallucinations. But who programs the filter? The Archons, through media, technology, even food that dulls your pineal gland. The third eye of gnosis. Social media, a harvest tool, farming your attention, your emotions. Scroll, like, repeat. Distracted again. Remember, distracted. History repeats because it's scripted. Wars, empires rising and falling. Cosmic wars mirrored on Earth. The Demiurges divide and conquer. Gnostics saw the Old Testament God as him, wrathful and demanding sacrifice. Today it's subtler. Consumerism as sacrifice, your time as tribute. The collective soul harvest escalates. Pandemics, divisions, they amplify fear, loosening sparks for easier reaping. But wait, feel the tension rising. What if the illusions extend to spirituality itself? New Age traps, false lights disguised as ascension, channelers peddling half-truths, luring you into astral realms patrolled by Archons, the divine feminine, Sophia, twisted into passive goddesses. No, she's warrior wisdom fighting back. In the thunder, perfect mind, she declares, I am the first and the last. Yet her voice is muffled. Rhetorical whispers now. Have you ever woken from a dream, heart pounding, knowing it was more? What if nightmares are bleed-throughs from the harvest? Why do children remember past lives, only to forget? Amnesia enforced. It ridicules gnosis as a conspiracy. But conspiracies hide truths. The elite know. They guard the texts, using fragments for control. Deeper still, the soul's journey hijacked. At death, Archons pose as loved ones, guides, pulling you into review chambers. Relive your sins, they urge, guilt as glue, but the divine spark resists. You felt it, intuitions, urges to question. That's remembrance stirring. Yet the cycles grind on. Birth, suffer, die, repeat. Eternal, only if you allow it. Collective implications terrify. Humanity as a battery farm, powering the Demiurge's ego. Environmental collapse. His neglect of the flawed creation. Spiritual battles rage unseen, light versus shadow. Aeons from the Pleroma send emissaries, Christ as awakener, not savior through blood. In Gnostic texts, he's the revealer of gnosis, saying, become passers-by. Detach from the illusion. Suspense builds. What holds you? Attachments, desires. The body as anchor, senses as chains. Sex, food, power lures, even love twisted into possession. Archons amplify addictions, turning sparks into embers. Neuroscience again, dopamine loops mimic the wheel. Break one, face another. Remember the urgency. The harvest intensifies in these end times. Signs everywhere. UFOs as archonic probes. AI as new enforcers. Glitches multiply, but so does awakening. More seekers, like you, are probing the veil. Yet danger lurks. Question too hard, and distractions multiply. Illness, loss, tests. Feel it. The pressure mounting. Illusions crack, but repair themselves. Fear whispers, stay safe. But safety is stagnant. The Demiurge laughs as souls queue for rebirth. Buried secrets surface, yet suppressed. Nag Hammadi was no accident. It's a call to arms. One more layer. Cosmic wars. Sophia's redemption arc. She allies with us against her offspring. Divine feminine rising women's empowerment. Intuition reclaiming. But Archons counter with division. Gender wars. Distractions. Tension peaks. You're on the edge now. What if escape is possible? But first, face the depth of the trap. The reincarnation wheel spins faster. Souls weary, sparks dim. Harvest nears completion, unless you awaken. Here it comes, seeker, the shattering reveal. The Demiurge's secrets laid bare, like a veil torn asunder. You've journeyed through the shadows now. Step into the light of gnosis, the big truth. The harvest isn't inevitable. It's a choice, your choice. The divine spark within you isn't a prisoner, it's sovereign. But they've hidden this, buried it under layers of deception. Listen, the false lights at death. Counterfeits. True liberation bypasses them, straight to the Pleroma. How? Remembrance. Pure, unyielding remembrance. Drop this bomb, karma isn't divine justice. It's archonics programming, a virus in the soul's code. In the Pistis Sophia, the text of redeemed wisdom, it's revealed as chains forged by rulers. Sins. Illusions to induce guilt, keeping you volunteering for cycles. Break the code. Recognize all as experience, not debt. The Gospel of Thomas echoes, if you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. The spark ignites, burning away the program. Paradoxes unfold. The Demiurge, blind creator, needs your belief to sustain his realm. Withdraw consent, and cracks appear. Cosmic wars, not just myth. Aeons battle archons in higher spheres, ripples felt as intuitions, synchronicities. You're a soldier in this, you're awakening a victory. Sophia calls, she's not a fallen victim, but a strategic infiltrator, embedding sparks in matters to undermine from within. Deeper implications. Reincarnation traps are multi-layered. Astral realms as holding pens, where souls are lured by false paradises. Religion's heavens, custom-built illusions. Archons harvest emotions there, feasting on unresolved pain. But the reveal. You can navigate. Discern. True light hums with wholeness, false with judgment. The Book of Enoch details angelic hierarchies, some fallen, some allies. Call on the latter. Mind-blowing shift, the material world. Holographic projection. Quantum physics nods. Observer effect, where consciousness shapes reality. The Demiurge's glitch. Exploit it. Intention reprograms the matrix. Collective awakening accelerates this. Imagine enough souls remembering and the harvest falters. History's mystics, Valentinus Mani knew. They form secret societies, passing gnosis underground. Emotional high, feel the rush. Empowerment surges. You're not a victim, but a divine infiltrator. The illusions. Mirrors reflecting your power back distorted. Shatter them with gnosis. Hidden texts reveal rituals, invocations to Sophia, meditations piercing veils. I am that I am, but truly, beyond the Demiurge's echo, revelations cascade. Divine feminine as key, suppressed because she births true creation. Reclaim her, balance returns. Archons fear this, hence patriarchal dominance. But now, in our age, she rises. Goddess archetypes resurface, awakening masses. Collective twist, the harvest targets the unawakened, but sparks unite. A network forms, telepathic, intuitive. You felt connections with strangers, shared dreams. That's it. The big secret, escape, isn't solo, it's viral. One awakens, inspires 10. The Demiurge panics, ramps deceptions, fake awakenings, controlled oppositions. Paradox peaks, death. Portal, not end. Prepare by living gnosis, false creators exposed, their power wanes. Implications. Freedom from cycles means embodiment of Pleroma here. Heaven on earth, not after. The climax hits, you hold the key, the soul harvest, a failing enterprise. Archons weaken as veils thin, remembrance is the weapon. Feel it now, the spark flaring, illusions crumbling. This is the turning point, liberation beckons. Breathe deep, seeker. The revelations have shaken the foundations. Now, anchor them. Liberation isn't distant, it starts in this breath, this moment. You've glimpsed the harvest's machinery now, dismantle it. I'll guide you with steps, simple yet profound, drawn from Gnostic wisdom. These aren't rituals for the elite, they're for you, the awakened soul reclaiming power. Practice them daily, and the cycles loosen their grip. First, cultivate remembrance. Begin each day with a quiet invocation. Sit in stillness, eyes closed, and whisper, I am the divine spark beyond the Demiurge's grasp. Visualize your inner light, a glowing ember in your core, expanding to fill your body. This isn't fantasy, it's reprogramming. The Archons thrive on forgetfulness, so counter with awareness. Throughout the day, pause amid distractions. Ask, is this illusion or truth? Observe thoughts like clouds passing, no attachment. This discernment sharpens piercing veils. Next, meditation as warfare. Dedicate 15 minutes nightly to Sophia's embrace. Lie down, breathe rhythmically, inhale for 4 counts, hold 4, exhale 4. Imagine descending through layers, material, astral, to the Pleroma's light. Call on her, Sophia, reveal the path. Visions may come, symbols, insights, journal them. This builds inner maps, preparing for death's threshold. Avoid false lights by rehearsing. Envision the tunnel, but seek the subtle, non-judgmental glow. Practice detaches you from fears, turning death into passage. Reclaim energy through detachment. Attachments fuel the harvest. Inventory your life, possessions, relationships, habits, which drain. Release gently. For example, in relationships, love without possession. Say, I honor your spark as you honor mine. This starves Archons of emotional fodder. Physically, fast intermittently, once weekly, water only. It clears the body, awakening the pineal. Avoid processed foods, they dull intuition. Nature walks ground you, reminding of the world's impermanence. Discern teachings. Study hidden text yourself, the Nag Hammadi online, Gospel of Thomas. Question gurus. Do they empower or depend? True gnosis is internal. Form a practice, read a passage daily, reflect. How does this free me? Tie in breathwork. During reading, breathe deeply, letting words infuse your spark. For soul protection, energy shields. Visualize a luminous barrier around you, repelling archonic influences. Affirm, I withdraw consent from illusions. In sleep, set intentions. I remember dreams, piercing deceptions. Lucid dreaming trains navigation. Wake in dreams. Command. Show the truth. Collective action. Share subtly. Join online communities of seekers but discern. Discuss experiences, fostering the network. Your awakening ripples, weakening the system. Empowerment deepens with forgiveness. Not as submission, but release. Forgive past sins as illusions. This erases karmic hooks. Daily, list grievances, then affirm, I release this energy back to source. Finally, live as a passerby. Engage the world lightly, with joy in the spark. Laughter defies the Demiurge. Create art, music, as acts of true creation, echoing Sophia. These steps transform. Start small, consistency builds. The cycles break not in grand gestures, but quiet rebellions. You are free now, reclaim it. And so the veil lifts. The Demiurge's harvest, once inexorable, now frays at your touch. Remember, the divine spark endures, Sophia whispers. Gnosis liberates. You've traversed cosmic tragedies, pierced illusions, claimed your power. Eternal cycles. Mere echoes, fading as you awaken.